All right, guys, so we're live, and today's topic is going to be working hard but knowing when to pull back. And the reason I wanted to talk about this today is because I've gone through a little 4 or 5 day time period where I've really had to pull back on a few things because, I tend to be the type of person that goes full throttle. I always want to train hard. I always want to, I have an on switch, but I don't have an off switch. It's just like everything is 100% all the time, which I'm sure most of you guys are like that too. People who are working out, training, trying to improve your body, trying to lose body fat. When you commit to something and you're ready to do something, you go all in. And then what ends up happening a lot of times is that you just completely exhaust yourself. Over the last couple of weeks, we moved into a new facility. We had a ton of inventory, pallets after pallets. We probably moved for 4 days straight, which was a lot of work. And then, I got home and did other stuff over the next few days and just stayed busy continuously, just driving. And last weekend, Friday, or I should say just last Friday, it just all hit me. I was just dead, tired, exhausted. I could tell my body needed a rest because during that whole time I didn't stop training. I was working out, I was doing everything that I normally do while at the same time moving into a new warehouse. So it was just a lot. And I think a lot of times most people just kind of keep pushing, and they keep pushing the red line and keep throttling, and that actually is kind of counterproductive for your gains. If you're trying to build muscle, lose fat, whatever it is, you've got to be able to really listen to your body. You've got to be able to respond to your body when it's telling you certain things. And there are about 4 indicators that I use, and that's what I wanted to give you today. These indicators are kind of what tells me, hey Aaron, you're pushing it. You need to kind of back off a little bit, let your body rest, recover, and then get back on the wagon. And these are the 4 indicators. So the first thing, number one, if you haven't already, just go visit our website, www.thepureline.com. Check us out. Got a lot of stuff on there. But the first thing is extended muscle soreness. Typically, after a training session, you're going to be sore for a day or two, 24 to 48 hours. Most people will be more sore the second or third day after training a major muscle group like back or chest or legs than they will the day right after they're trained that muscle group. Now, what I tend to find is when you're tapping into your reserves and when you're really starting to overtrain, you actually are sore for like 3 or 4 days after that second day. Your body just doesn't tend to recover. So if you're noticing that, let's say you did legs on Monday, but Thursday and Friday you're still sore, then you might want to look at that. Your body's probably not recovering as quickly as you'd like it. You're probably throttling it a little too much. So that's number one. The second thing is I notice, a lot of people deal with this, insomnia. And in some cases, even depression. If you notice you're just tired, and even though you want to sleep, you get in bed and you just can't fall asleep. You're just, you're just not going. You're just like, hey, I'm trying to fall asleep, but my mind's still racing. That could be an indicator that you're throttling it too much, that you're training too hard, or you're overtraining. The other thing that kind of coincides with that a lot of times is depression. If you feel like you're just depressed and tired, I'm sorry, I'm not making eye contact with this one. I'm trying to make eye contact with all 3 of these. But sometimes you just get depressed. You feel tired. You just feel like, man, I just want to stay in bed. I don't want to do anything. And that too has a lot to do with your training. If you're overtraining, if you're pushing it too hard, if you're in the gym 7 days a week for an hour and a half at a time, and you're not giving yourself a proper amount of time to rest, then the chances are you're throttling it too much. You need to pull back. So keep an eye out for that one. The other one that's really common that a lot of people don't pick up on is, a nagging cough or allergies or kind of like a cold that comes and goes. If you're experiencing that, it could be your immune system is being compromised a little bit because you're training hard and you're also trying to fight off an infection, etc. So kind of keep an eye on that. Make sure that you're healthy. Make sure that you're 100% healthy before you go to the gym. The rule of thumb is from the head or from the neck up. If you're sick from the neck up, usually you can train, but you don't want to train with the intensity that you would normally train it if you were at 100%. So keep that in mind. Nagging coughs, colds, your body's in a catabolic state. It's trying to repair. Let it repair. Remember, recovery and repair happens outside the gym, not inside the gym. Most of the guys think opposite. I'm going to get in, I'm going to tear it up, I'm going to grow. Well, the growth and the recovery takes place outside. That's when you really are going to get the results from your training. So kind of keep that in mind. The other thing that I find is just basically a loss of concentration. When you are training really hard, you're working out daily, and this could be CrossFit, it could be bodybuilding, it could be just going and doing a boot camp, women, whatever it is. If you're noticing that the next day you have a hard time concentrating and focusing and you just can't do what you normally do, whether it's on the computer or working, you just feel a little bit out of sorts, then chances are, again, that you're pushing it a little too hard. You might want to analyze your workout. You might want to look at your nutrition. Are you eating correctly? Are you getting the meals you need to? Are you getting the recovery you need to? Are your adrenal glands taxed? That's another one. I'm actually going to show you something that'll help you with that. But kind of take into consideration all that, loss of concentration, decreased motivation, all of that can revolve around overtraining, pushing the limit too much for too long. So, okay, Aaron, what do we do about this? We know that, man, we're overtraining, we're doing a little bit too much. We've been trying to lose that excess, 15, 20 pounds, and we've been doing cardio twice a day, getting to the gym an hour a day. What do I need to do to kind of back down, but not lose my gains? I don't want to, backtrack. I just want to back down, let my body heal and recover properly. So there's a few things. And the trick is there's a few things. Number one, resting. Obviously, just stopping and being okay with taking a day or two off. A lot of people freak out. They're like, oh my God, I can't take a day off. I'm going to lose gains, or I'm not going to, I'm going to lose all the results I've got. You're not, take 24 hours, 48 hours. Hey, in some cases, take up to 3 days. You need to get revitalized and get that energy back that you once had, that made you enjoy going to the gym. If you're going to the gym and you're not amped up and excited to work out and, excited to get in there and sweat, then chances are you need to look at your training, because you probably are overtraining. So to look at that and let your body rest. The other thing you can do is deload, or just take a little bit of time where you stop. You don't do as heavy as a weight workout, or maybe you decrease the reps and the sets a little bit. Just go to the gym, go through the motions, work the muscle, but you're not going for an all-out killer training session. That's very, very important. Even every 3 to 4 weeks, just kind of go on to this deload period where you let yourself kind of relax and rest in the gym and recover while you're still training and getting blood into the muscle. Massage, ice showers or ice baths, ice plunges, jacuzzi, hot tub, anything that will help the body repair, recover, and relax faster. Do all that stuff. Try to incorporate it into your program, into your daily program, into your monthly workout regimen. Just pick days where you say, once every 10 days, I'm going to try to get a full body massage. All that stuff will help the recovery process and prevent you from going into this situation where you may have throttled it too much. And the last thing, is a solid eating pattern. We've talked about this countless times on our YouTube channel. If you go to our YouTube channel, just Google Pureline or put Pureline Nutrition in the YouTube, and we've got tons of videos on eating correctly. Making sure that you're getting adequate protein, that you're getting adequate carbohydrates and essential fats to help the body repair and heal from the training that you're doing it. Guys, you can't just go train and not give your body the required elements that it needs to recover properly. Some of the things that are really important from a supplement standpoint are glutamine, which is something like our Glutogen X. This has sustamine. It's got magnesium L-glutamine and L-glutamine, magnesium glycoglutamine and L-glutamine. The sustamine in this attaches to the intestinal wall. There's receptors that it actually attaches to, and it gets into the body very quickly, which helps improve recovery and immunity. I use like 1 scoop twice a day in my workout and my protein shakes, but this is an essential product for recovering and making sure that you get the most from your recovery. The other thing that a lot of people don't think about is your adrenal glands, like I talked about earlier. Your adrenal glands are kind of the energy center. They basically produce adrenaline when you take caffeine, when you start working out. If you're somebody who's taking pre-workouts, Bang energy drinks, all that stuff, and you notice that lately, dude, they just don't work anymore. I just don't get anything from them. I don't feel pre-workouts. Then it may be time for an adrenal detox, and we use something called Adrenal XS. You can find this on our website at thepureline.com. Essentially what it is, it's a blend of herbs and natural products that will help restore adrenal health, make sure that the adrenal glands are working properly. And I actually recommend that people use this when they're taking a pre-workout and after they're taking a pre-workout, just to keep the adrenal glands healthy. That's something that a lot of people overlook that's extremely important. And then lastly, the other thing that I really highly move into that little system of recovery supplementation is a product called Remrex. Remrex is actually a sleep formula. It's got GABA, it's got maca, it's got melatonin, and it's got a few other things that just help you sleep better. And sleep is, probably the most fundamental factor of helping you recover. You got to be sleeping 6 to 8 hours each night. So those are a few things that I use and that most people will use to make sure that they're getting the recovery that they need. So for you, the takeaway here is you've got to look at kind of what you've been doing, and what kind of training you've been doing, and whether that's, kind of falling into your life in the sense that you notice that you're just not sleeping well, you're not feeling as good, your energy levels are lacking a little bit, you feel like, I'm just not the same person that I used to be, I don't have that little pep in my step. If that is the case, then you probably could be suffering from a little bit of overtraining. It's not going to hurt you to pull back, focus on your supplementation, rest a little bit, deload from your training, and let your body catch up. Don't worry about losing gains. It's not going to happen in a week. It's not going to happen in 2 weeks. It'll eventually happen if you just do nothing. But if you're eating right and you're just doing what you need to do, letting your body rest, chances are you're going to get back to the gym feeling better, looking better, and actually increasing strength levels and everything else. So I hope that helps you out. It's just a little bit of info that I just kind of felt I would share because, like I said, I'd kind of noticed myself, going through a little recovery stall, and I figured, I need to take a few days, back up, let my body recover. Guys, if you like this video, if you got some good information from it, do us a favor, like it and share it if you're on social media. If you are watching this on YouTube later on, be sure and subscribe to our channel. And make sure and visit our website at www.thepureline.com. We've got a ton of good products and info on there. We've got some free ebooks on there that help you get started. And like I said, check out our YouTube channel. We've got a ton of videos that can kind of point you in the right direction when it comes to your health, your fitness, and your training. All right, guys, hope you're having an awesome Monday out there in wherever you're at. We're doing great in Texas, and we will talk to you soon. We'll probably be coming at you tomorrow or Wednesday. So make sure and tell your friends and tune in with us soon. All right, guys, take care. We'll see y'all.